What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Let me see who I can get. Notation is locked. Let me see if I get a few of you guys on. Let me see. Happy Saturday, everybody. Let me see who's on YouTube. You guys got to get the... Wow, where did all this loudness come from? What's going on, everybody? I got to see the chat. Give me a second, guys. I want to see the whole chat, live chat. Okay, 1 second. I might have to redo this one again. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Bear with me. This is my first time using... What's up, Aquay? What's going on, man? It's my first time using my iPhone to do live streaming. So it's a little bit different. I can't really see the chat that much. But what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody. I'm gonna hang out with you guys for about half an hour. I'm a little bit busy, but I have some downtime. So what's going on, Peck? What's going on, Day? What's going on, man? What's going on, Caesar? Hope you guys are feeling great. What's up, everybody? You also see a mirror as a gym that I'm not using around me. Tried to find a quiet place to talk with you guys for a bit. But yes, so I'm gonna be on the live chat today, talking with you guys. If you guys have any questions, this is the time to shoot it. It's been a while since I've been on live, for about a little over a month now, and I do miss you guys. I haven't been on live on Instagram for about 2 or 3 weeks too, so I got to get back on there and start asking you guys a bunch of questions, and you guys get to ask me questions too. Winter, yeah, I'm in PA right now. I'm at what this resort is called. I can't remember the resort, but I'm here with my lady. So I'm at this resort in PA. So gotta get away for the weekend, But yeah, guys, so hang out with me. We're gonna talk a little bit. I don't have any liquor with me because I accidentally spilled liquor, so it's unfortunate. But yeah, man, I just want to say I miss you guys. I miss hanging out with you guys. It's been a long time, and listen, you guys got questions. Like the last video I put up, I want you guys to comment in the last video I put up so I could just answer those questions, because I do get an influx of a lot of questions on Instagram sometimes, and they're so simple, which is fine. But sometimes I have videos that are made on these subjects, and some questions need to be answered in a whole video. It can't be a short, wow. It can't just be a short answer to it, But anyway, let me see what's going on. But Winner, gotta see you again. If anyone doesn't know, Winner, he's gonna make a YouTube soon. He has a X4M, so some of you guys who are gonna become dads soon, you might want to get an X4M. It's a really fast car, and it's pretty much the modern M3, M4, just in a CUV, as you would say. Peck's first question. What's going on, Phantom? Yeah, salute. What's going on, Val? What's your opinion on a Maserati MC20? To be honest with you, I have not researched it yet. I do follow a YouTuber who works for Maserati. I think it's called his YouTube channel is called Ron's Rides. Ron's Rides. He works for Maserati, and he has a lot of information, but I hasn't had enough time to catch up on it. But to be honest, that car looks futuristic, but it also looks dated. It kind of has like a slight Ferrari look to the front of it, but I don't know about the power plant. If you guys want to school me in the video. I literally have not researched that car yet. It's power plant. Okay, would removing the shield from the rotor for the BBK install be a problem for when I return the lease? At Lenzy, I honestly wouldn't know. I gonna have to find out in the next few months, because the rear shield, I cut it. So when I put the rotor back, unless they really look at it, the front shield I bent, so I know I could just bend it back. That's not really much of an issue. But yeah, if they really took the time out and they looked at it thoroughly, and they're like, yo, these rear shields are better, they could charge you for it. It could happen, but from the few people I know that work for Infiniti, they don't really look at the cars when it comes to when you want to return it. They just look at a visual look. Is the car dented up? Is the car have decent tread to the tires? They may turn it on to see if there's any check engine lights. But even if there's check engine lights, they know that they can fix it because it's basically their car. So yeah, it all depends on the dealer and if they actually catch it. competition. Sorry, when I have to say he has an X4M competition. There's a difference, okay? Just like you guys love red sports, you gotta say it's a competition, all right? Okay, Kevin, what's up, man? Found the G37 yet? Kevin, right? I actually found a few, but they were a little beat up. And the ones that I did find, they were the cars that I do find, sometimes they're a little too far away. So they live in like Ohio or like South Carolina, and I don't really have the time to go and get these cars and then drive back. Like I literally don't have the time. So sometimes I actually miss out on that ability of catching these deals, because by the time I actually have the time, guess what? The car's already gone. And also for everyone's watching, first thing, get the likes up. If you're watching, hit the likes up, please, guys. If I got 26 viewers, I should have 26 likes. But winner's gonna get mad at me. So more and more, I'm looking into not getting a convertible no more. Reason being is it's getting cold now, and New York City, we like to flex. So what's gonna happen now is I'm like, do I really want a convertible? No. And here's also the second reason why. It's super hard to find a convertible in manual. It is super hard, super rare, and if you do find one, it's already up priced, so expensive. It's ridiculous. Let me see. Peck, the MC is going to be a supercar, but has a V6 twin turbo 3.0T. Well, look at Porsches. They have V6s or flat sixes, and they're big. Bear with me. You guys hear me? Comment below if you still have me on the signal. Comment below, because I was in a very shitty area with like no signal, barely any signal at all. Let me see. See if there's better signal out here, guys. Bear with me. You guys, is the signal better now? Sorry, guys, for like losing signal. I'm in Pennsylvania, so barely any signal at all. Like period, like any. Bear with me. All right, I still got you guys. I gotta find somewhere to sit down. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna answer you guys' questions. Just bear with me. Get the mics up. Get the mics up. It's just, trying to find a place to sit down that I got goddamn signal. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got you guys in questions. Let me go back in here. Let me see. Can I go in here? Is this door locked? Because, I'm around the hotel area. Oh, we lit. All right, cool. Still got good signal? Bear me. Okay, cool. Give me a second, guys. All right. So I got a little bit of better area. Okay, Limitless Media says, what do you think about the AMS turbo kit they announced on the IG? To be honest, I actually came out with a video with Drop Bear Performance. I don't know if you guys know about him, but it's like an hour video talking about big turbos. To be quite honest, I would say it's a bare bones kit in the sense that they're using just regular welding, exhaust manifold, larger turbo, and they're gonna probably offer their full downpipes. They're gonna probably tell you need to get a fuel upgrade, and pretty much it's bare bones. At the end of the day, they're gonna pretty much they're AMS. So the fact that they're charging you about what $8,500, and coming from AMS, that sounds pretty cheap. So in my mind, I'm like, they're probably making like $4,000 off of every kit that's sold, because exhaust manifold to weld, a regular exhaust manifold to weld, it's not that hard for them to do. It's not like compared to Drop Bear, which is using actual metal cast and everything like that. So my honest opinion, it is overpriced in the sense that they made 800 and something wheel with built motor, built trans on race fuel. Think about that, race fuel. So what about 93? So if you pretty much think about that, 93 fuel, they're probably making what? Close to 600 wheel. I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. This is my honest opinion. I don't know. There's so much prerequisites just to make that. It's really up to you guys. Bear with me. Sorry guys that the signal's all blotchy and everything, so don't beat me up, man. Just hang there with me for today. Hey, okay. So Ryan says I'm ready for a tune for my Q60 RS. I have Megan lower downpipes, or Megan downpipes, AXLEBACK, stock midpipe. Should I wait and get a full CATBACK? Yes. At Y&Day, yes. You should definitely get a full CATBACK exhaust. Also, you need to get a heat exchanger. Reason being is when your tuner, he's going to tune you. He's going to sit there and say, hey, your car is heat soaking relatively quick, so he's going to pull a lot of timing. So you actually won't get the most performance because the car is going to pretty much heat soak too fast. So also look into getting a heat exchanger and a full CATBACK exhaust, at least, okay? Caesar says, how much horsepower is your Q50 making right now? Right now, my car should be making somewhere around 450 wheel horsepower, which is probably a little over 500 horsepower to the crank. I got a 3.7, 330, and I'm interested in getting a second car, maybe a 400 to get 600 horsepower. What do you recommend I should go for, bro? Well, Caesar, to be honest, there's no point in getting two Q50s unless you get a Q60, but even then, you might have to trade the 3.7 in because the 3.7. Remember, I had one. I had 3.7 2015. I had a 2007 G35X. So I've been messing with VQs for a while. But I would say the VR30 Q50 is basically what you wanted. Like you wanted the 3.0T. You just wanted your Q50 just to be faster, and that's what it is. So my recommendation: 600 horsepower out of a 3.0T is definitely possible. Only on stock turbos, only with E85. You're gonna have to run E85 and an upgraded fuel system, and you can make 600 wheel horsepower. Outside of that, if you want to have 600 horsepower on 93 fuel, if you're around 93 fuel, you'll have to get the 3.0T, swap to RT turbos or pure turbos, and just run 93 fuel with slightly upgraded fuel system. And you can run on 93 and make 600 horsepower. So that's definitely possible. But my recommendation, you might have to trade that 3.7 in. The new 400Z is going to have a manual. Yes, Omar, I was supposed to come out with a video about that this week, but I've been so busy with my regular life. Like, I literally haven't had time to, like, really make videos or even an ambition to even, like, push videos out like that. But, yes, this week we're going to find out how this car actually looks. I'm super excited. Drop the top. What are your current Draggy times? Winner. I think I've made this video a long time ago, bro. You already know it. But, my 0 to 60 times are still somewhere around 3.7, 0 to 60. And that's on stock street tires right now. Quarter mile time is somewhere still right around 11.8. That's the best I did at the track, at about 120 miles an hour. It's rough. Okay, cool. Correct. So good now. All right, we good. We good. A little bit laggy. Okay. What turbos are you going with? Well, at Tenzin, to be quite honest, I had RT turbos, which I was going to install within the last 3 to 4 months. But because of COVID, it actually made me not want to do a lot of things with the car anymore. Like, I'm really not interested in doing modifications to the car anymore. In one of my last videos within like the last month, I talked about why I'm actually not going to put the RT turbos in. But to briefly say it on video, I'll say it for the people who are watching. Number one, get the likes up. I got 38 you guys watching, and I got 13 likes. Come on, guys. You bang with me, we're talking. Hit the mics up for me. Appreciate it. One of the reasons why I don't want to put the turbos in is, number one, top freaking reason. My car is a lease. And 6 months ago, I had made it, about 9 months ago, well, 7 months ago, I said that I was going to keep the car. But as time progressed, COVID kind of like deterred me from doing a lot of stuff with the car. And knowing I have 6 months less, I had too much time to think about it. And I said, you know what? Seeing that my car is only going to be worth about under $20,000 in about 6 months, but my residual, which is the price you paid to buy your car, is right around $23,000. I said it doesn't make sense for me to spend $3,000 to $5,000 more on top of what my car is. I would rather give my car back and repurchase a 2016 or 2017 Q50 for $5,000 cheaper. It just makes more sense. That's number one. Number two, the car is actually a bit dated. I do love my Q50. Hear me out. I love my Q50. But knowing that it came out in 2014, it is a bit dated, and I live in New York City, so a lot of people have this car. A lot of people. So some of you guys, y'all live in different areas, so you don't see Q50s a lot. Your car's actually a bit more rare. But in New York City, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So my friend Adonis, this is Winter's brother, has a Q60 2017, and I always loved the look of the car, but I was always a four-door man. But knowing now that the prices, I made a video about a year ago comparing the price of a Q60 3.0T versus a GTR, and seeing at how much the car cost. So that car costs right around low 20s right now. So in about 6 months, you could say it'll be somewhere right around there. Also, to add to that part, Q60s aren't as common in Brooklyn, New York City. They're really not common at all. So I'm actually thinking, okay, cool. I can give the car back, and then I could possibly get a Q60. Yes. So I would have a car that's a little bit more rare. That's number one. Two, I'm kind of going more to the coupes end because I don't have kids or anything like that. And three, it still keeps me in the VR30 community. So that's why I didn't want to commit to putting the turbos in, because at that point I have to keep the car. And finally, this is the last reason, which should be the top reason. I got to see one of my friends with his Q60 run a stock Hellcat. He was 93, about E50, E70 with a stock Hellcat. Of course, he beat him in a road race, but I was like, knowing that the car is max effort versus a car that pretty much has no effort in it made me a little upset. So knowing that, I was like, you know what? There's going to be bigger turbos coming out, the AMS turbos and the drop air turbo kit, which are supposed to make 600, 700, 800 wheel because they're bigger turbos. I said, you know what? Let me just get rid of this stuff, get rid of the turbos, get the Q60, and then if I'm going to get this bigger turbo kit, throw that bigger turbo kit on the Q60. And plus, I'm going to have a second car for the channel, which I really want to be the G37, but now everyone keeps telling me, get the new 400Z, and I'm like, wait a minute, nah, chill, wait. But it gives, this, COVID has taught me this, guys. Hear me out, you guys got questions. COVID has taught me this. Make decisions in patience. That's it. Make decisions in patience, because you get to sit there and really lay things out on the table and really understand what you really want to do. So now that I understand it that way, I said, you know what? Let me take my time and think. So that's why I'm getting rid of the Q50. Now, let me go back to the questions, guys. Bear with me. You guys are definitely coming in. If you guys are coming in right now or have been watching my video, please hit the like button right now. Get them likes up, man. Keep them likes just as close as the viewers. So I got 43 viewers. I should have 43 likes, guys. Wow, I'm gonna start blowing through these questions real quick, all right? Okay, cool. Forgot to mention I have a, okay, so you good with the Mishimoto heat exchanger, that's good. Do full downpipes throw an ECU code? From what I know, Peck, yes. But people have stated to me that they haven't got a check engine light for full downpipes. I don't know why. And I'm talking about on JB4, not and stock tune, not a full-fledged tune. So I always thought that was a bit curious on how they not run into those issues. But yes, you should definitely throw a check engine light with full catless downpipes. What's going on, VZ? What's going on, man? Yo, I hope you got your car fixed, bro. I hope you got your car fixed. You ever thought about buying Enthusiast Q60? At Tim, he just sold it. Yes, he's gonna come up with a video. He just recently sold his Q60, so that car is deuces, it's gone. And I highly doubt Enthusiast POV is going to get back into the VR30 community. Hey, Boost, is there any power gain for a 300 horsepower Q60 if I only change the big and low downpipes? Which one do you recommend? It's 2.7 inch enough. I have JB4 and fuel filter. Jason, yes. Lower downpipes, they don't really help you gain power. What they allow you to do is really remove a lot of the back pressure that comes from the secondary cats, because it's about 1.75 inches. So it just allows the turbos to excel a lot better. So just think about like this. If you're breathing out like this, you got your fingers in the way. But if you remove the fingers and make it wider, you excel a lot better. So it's just easier for the engine to excel the exhaust a lot better and a lot quicker. So you should gain a little bit more peak wheel horsepower. You might feel peak more power at the higher RPM. That's usually what happens. Let me see, guys. Let me see what other questions you got. Bear with me. I'm gonna start blowing through these questions. It's been a while since I've been on here, so you know. So the Z or the Q60. At Kevin, I would rather the Q60 because of all-wheel drive. That's it, because of all-wheel drive. I live in Brooklyn, New York, man, and we don't have racetracks. We don't have like big highways like in Texas and Miami or even Atlanta where you guys could just open it up. We only have really stoplights. So that's why my shirts usually say like, dig races only, because we don't have the space to have that much fun like other states. So I need a stoplight car. I need a car that could take off fast at stoplights because that's where we're going to have the most amount of fun. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right. Now you got base. Busy. Oh, oh. 1 second, guys. All right. Are the trans reliable? I'm interested in buying a 3.0 T. The trans is actually pretty good. Hear me out, guys. Bear with me. If you once again get the mics up at 51, 52 views, get the mics up. Are the trans reliable? I'm interested in buying one. Yes, this 7-speed automatic at Rockstar has been out since about 2009, and it has been revised in 2016 to be a transmission that takes a lot more torque. So the trans are reliable for a 7-speed automatic. So you don't have to worry about the trans at all. Kevin, the new Z. Okay, do you think the 295/30 will fit on a 20 by 9.5 wheel for Q60? Yes. I fit a 275. You can even fit a 285 on a 9.5. If you go to a 295/30, it may have a slight bulge a little bit in the sense that the tire might cone, because usually they'll have a flat spot, like the tire tread will be like this straight across, but when you start trying to put a wider tire on a wheel, it'll start actually crowning a little bit, kind of like this. You'll see it usually on drag radial tires. So I would recommend at the most 285, to be honest. And a 295 on a 30, that's not even that much of a common tire size. A 295/30, you would see more of a 305/30, but not a 295. I would recommend just doing a 275 or at least at the most a 285/35. Not a 30 wall, a 35 wall with a 275. That's my recommendation. Is pure turbo RT turbos reliable in OEM? Calvin, saying it on video right now. Remember, I don't have pure turbos. I do not have RT turbos. But what I can tell you is the turbos designed from factory, from Nissan, they do develop an oil leak. Not everybody developed this oil leak, but people have developed it on stock turbo, 300 horsepower, the Red Sport version, and also tune cars and JV4 cars. You will possibly have a oil leak if you have like an early model like 2016 to 2019. It could happen. Doesn't happen to everybody. It doesn't happen. I'm saying it's not common because I only know about 10 people this has happened to, including myself. What Pure and RT2 do is change out your turbines, and they also just pretty much rebuild the turbo. They actually give it new seals. But remember, with heat from the exhaust, the constant heating and cooling, some of these gaskets and stuff will start losing, I would say, cohesion, or they will break down, and you might start developing these small oil leaks. So doesn't matter if it's RT, Pure, or OEM. If you're pushing turbos hard and over time, they could possibly start leaking. I have probably over 10,000 miles on my driver's side turbo that's been leaking. I don't have oil coming out my exhaust, at least I don't think I do. And it's just leaking externally, but nothing crazy. Other people have had their turbos completely blow, but not me. All right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, come on, guys. Get the mics up. I got 56 viewers and 43 likes, man. I'm answering these questions for you guys. I have a fast intention resonated test pipes and CATBACK. Any modifications you suggest for a hybrid model to squeeze as much power as possible? At ZAM, to be quite honest, you have the hybrid model. There's really not much left that you can really do to really gain much more performance when it comes to breathing modifications. Some people might put into Kia intakes. You might want to look into if you have the only real much more performance you can really gain is you can do a lightweight drive shaft. Look into aluminum drive shafts. You can look into an LSD for that car too. This will help you with your acceleration and better tires. That's really the only thing I would say that's really left, because you can't tune the hybrids. And maybe, I don't know, if you want to go racing seats, it's up to you. It's a hybrid though. You got a big battery and everything. Like the car's a lot heavier. What's going on, my G37? What's going on, man? Do you think Nissan is going to make the new Z interior more upscale? At MR Turbo, no. Just look at the new Sentra, I would say, and look at the new Sentra, I think, slash Ultima. Look at the interiors. That is the interior that they're probably gonna go for the new 370Z. I don't think they're gonna make it luxurious, but the layout is gonna be very similar. And I do believe that they have a digital dash in like the new Rogue too. So it's probably gonna have a digital dash in the new Z. What's your opinion on all the used cars being overpriced right now due to the low inventory? Do you think the prices will drop in the winter? At MR2, that's a good question because you know I'm looking for a G37. I actually still am looking to other cars now too. So have been looking at Q60s, 2017 Q60s too. So the inventory being low and the demand being high definitely keeps the prices high. But at some point, it's not going to stay up there. And prices were high because a lot of us, even some of the people who's watching, have been unemployed for the last good amount of months. So you guys have been getting a paycheck. So, you know, you might have upgraded some things in your life. You know, you might have moved into a different apartment. You might have got rid of your car and got a newer car. You know, life might have been changed up a little bit. So some people don't have that $600 anymore, and they haven't got their job back. So now that demand has gone down, and the cars are literally still pretty scarce, so it's still keeping it up. But sooner or later, I would say the dam is going to open up a lot more. There's going to be a bunch of cars for sale. People giving back their leases, and if they don't have a job or they don't make enough money, because remember, like I said earlier in this video, if you had a lot of time to yourself in the last 6 months, because we all been in the house doing different things, you start making better decisions because you had so much patience. You had a lot of time to yourself. So you're gonna make better financial decisions. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm just saying when it comes to people when they make these type of choices when it comes to their money. Sometimes you just gotta make the best choices in patience. Yo, shout out to somebody. Somebody dropped me a $5 shot. Jake, he just skipped the line, but I appreciate that, Jake, so much. Thank you so much. I'm buying a 2017 Q50 Red Sport soon. Is that a good choice, and is it reliable? Jake, what I would say is this is my number one recommendations. Number one, I think a Red Sport is a really good choice. Reason being is, I'll say all the pluses for the people who are watching. Reason being is it comes with 400 horsepower already, and it's the top of the line that you can get. Top of the line. That's number one. Number two, it's a Red Sport. Come on, it actually has a name to it. So when people see my car, they're like, "Oh, you got a Red Sport?" I'm like, "No, I got a 3.0 T," and I just walk away sad. But well, I'm always gonna say this in videos though, and few people actually took my word. If you do want to save a bit more money, if you can, just look it up. See if you can find a 2016 to a 2017 3.0 T Sport. Say it again. 2016 to 2017 3.0 T Sport. This is pretty much the same exact packaging that comes on the Red Sport, with the exception of the diamond cut seats that you have on the Red Sport. You're not going to get the Red S, of course, and you're not going to have the 400 horsepower tune that comes from factory. You're not going to have that. But if you do really want the Red Sport, then definitely get that. Reason why I say get the regular 3.0 T Sport, because it's gonna have everything. I don't see you spending another $5 additional $1,000 if you do, to get it. But if you can find a 3.0 T Sport and it's right around the same mileage as a Red Sport, and you're saving $5,000, I would recommend the 3.0 T Sport. That's my recommendation. And reliability wise, you are getting in this platform, it's known that the transmissions are good. You don't have to worry about the transmissions. Number two, the engines are good as long as you check your fucking oil. Just check your oil, okay? But I gotta say the third thing, turbos. Just like any other turbo car out there, you add mileage, you add time, you add abuse, turbos will go at some point. But here's the good thing about this platform. The turbos are relatively cheap to replace. To buy and replace. This is not like getting a S6, S7. This is not like getting a M3, M4. These turbos are about $1,000 to $1,000 new, or you can even get upgraded ones that make your car even faster. That are about the same price. So they're a small amount of money to pay to make the car even faster to replace the turbos. But outside of that, this car is pretty freaking reliable. I have about 24,000 miles now. I've driven to Canada, down south, Midwest, I could take weekend trips, and I have a leaking turbo right now for 10,000 miles, and I'm still doing good on a leaking turbo. It's insane, and still pushing 500 horsepower. It's not skipping a beat. So that's my recommendation. And if you guys are jumping in right now, definitely hit that like button, guys. Definitely hit the like button. But I got to get back to answering the questions. And Jake, I really hope I helped you out a lot, man. Sorry for, oh, damn, Jake put the things twice. Okay, Jake said I test drove a Red Sport today. Don't plan on modding it. It accept the exhaust one. I accept the exhaust. Okay, so you know what? That's the second part. If you are not planning on, if anybody's watching right now, if you're not planning on modifying your Q50 or even your Q60 Red 3.0T, whatever, then I would recommend getting the Red Sport. Completely, just jump in, get the Red Sport. Just jump and get it. Just jump and get the Red Sport, because at that point you're not really doing a bunch of stuff that I'm doing. Everybody doesn't want to be a speedboy racer, you know what I'm saying? So that's fine. Just throw a little exhaust of the muffler delete on it. If you want to do lower downpipes, some people I know who with a Red Sport, all they did was just add a heat exchanger. That's it. All they do is just throw a heat exchanger on there and call it a day, and the car is fine. You don't have to worry about nothing. Thank you, Jake, man. I think that's a good question that you asked, and I hope that question actually helped a lot of people that's watching, because a lot of people are coming from like a G37 or 370Z, and that I watch my videos, and they're like, hey, okay, I want to get a coupe, or I want to get a sedan. Like, what am I getting myself into? You know? Thank you, Jake. I'm so appreciative of you, man. Thank you, man. Let me go back to some of the questions that I skipped. Sorry, man, for some people, but I'm going to just shoot through these fast. Don't get mad at me. Wow, you guys actually asked a lot of questions. EJ, what's going on, man? Winner, Caesar got a 340, 440, Stinger, G70, solid alternative options. Kevin, okay, cool. Javad, why don't you get a Mustang GT, put turbos on it, and make as much power as you want? To be at Javad, to be honest, everyone has done that, number one. The Mustang world, that's what they're about. Like, it's domestic, and I love Mustangs. The thing is, if you just want power, right, why stay with this platform? Just like you said, just go get a Mustang. Go get a Hellcat. What's the point? If you want 800, 600 to 800 wheel, just go to those cars. But I don't want those cars. I like Mopars. I like Mustangs. And my friend, Sleepless Nights, has a Mustang 5.0 6-speed manual. My friend has a wide-body Hellcat, Destroyer Gray. I could just easily go and do that, but I love this platform. So that's why I want to do it within this platform. That's what, everybody's a different type of car enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are like really here with modifications, and some people just sit there and say, you know what? Here's the glass ceiling, 500 horsepower. I need to leave this platform and go somewhere else where it can actually blow through that platform. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. But good question, bro. Good question. Bear with me, guys. Michael, what's going on, man? Any way to get around the check engine light? Would I just need a tune for it? At Peck had asked earlier about going full catless downpipes, and will he get a check engine light? I said yes, he should. I do know some people who haven't, which is weird on stock tune, but you should definitely get a check engine light. The only way that I know around getting around it is two ways. One, a tune. Two is called an oxygen sensor spacer. Once again, I'm gonna say it again to you guys. Oxygen sensor spacer. That's from the NA world. It pretty much pushes the exhaust sensor out of the stream of the exhaust, so it actually reads a little bit less. And you can pull a little bit of steel wool in that spacer so that it'll pretty much, that the oxygen sensor spacer won't get as much of a high reading of the exhaust. That's a way of tricking the computer. But just stay with it. Just go with low downpipes, man. Or get full catted downpipes. Full catted downpipes. You don't have to worry about none of that. All right, can I run E30 on my completely stock Q50 on JB4? Yes, at Seoul. Yes, plenty of people have been doing this for about 3 to 4 years, including myself when I was JB4. You can run a small amount of E85 to bump up the octane and turn the boost up and have a little bit of fun. Yes, this is something that Burger Tuning has been doing on all their cars for over 10 years. Okay, I might look into those for sure. Winner, yeah, I don't know, bro. I have second thoughts, okay? Are you getting a German car next? At Jared, Jared, I hope I didn't mess up your name, Henson. To be honest, I don't want to leave this platform. I don't want to leave it at all. I like Infinitis. I've always been a Nissan Infiniti dude. I know Winner's going to jump in and say, but, you know, you got to, this is boost in motion, not infinity in motion. And he's right. you know. But if it was really up to me, if it wasn't for you guys, like straight up, honestly, you guys, yes, I probably would have just stepped foot and got into like the new M3 M4. It's gonna be the top level in our class, in our platform. It is the top level car, period. And now it's gonna be all-wheel drive. What? The what? Come on, man. You guys, come on. Thank you, Jake, man. Thank you. Thank you for answering my questions and had to input. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Jake. So appreciative, man. Thank you. But that's why I would get it. But to be honest, I still love my Q50, and I still love my Q6. If I get a Q60, I'm gonna love it too. Gotta get it with red seats though. And I wanted the G37 for at least 6 months to a year because I've always wanted to own a coupe version of the G37. I had a sedan already in the G's, so that's why I don't want to get a sedan again. I want to get I always love like a white one with black leather interior or even red leather interior, you know. So, and also I can honestly say that I owned the car, had fun with it, modified it, and then sold it. All right, let me see. But bear with me, guys. Let me get back to the questions. Bear with me, okay? Thank you for all you guys who's watching right now, man. I'm super appreciative that you guys like to hang out with me. But let's keep these questions going. Get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. All right, so Marco says, any chance you would record vlog style videos again? Marco, I'm going to be honest with you. I have tried to do vlog style before, right? But here's the problem, right? When I vlog, it has to be about the Q50 somehow. Like, because if it's like, I've went to Mopar meets and vlogs and did those type of videos, I got a 500 views out of 20,000 subscribers. Why? Because they don't care about Mopars. Even though I'm vlogging, it was a great video. I put a lot of love and attention into editing. It was good, but no one watches it. So vlog style sometimes really kills me because no one's watching. But I have to include the Q50, which does help. But in the last 2 months, 3 months, I haven't been doing anything. I just go to work and just like you guys, I have a regular life, you know, and there's not much car stuff to do in New York City. There really isn't. It's really not. Like, we don't have places to race, to hang out and park up and just chill. We don't have that. And that's what sucks about the car culture over here. There is a car culture, but it's either you're racing, risking your license, or you're like about music, which is, I'm not really a music person like that, or you're making a 1,000 horsepower car, and I don't have a 1,000 horsepower car, so you know that's why I say that. But yo, I'm trying my best to get more into vlogging because you guys actually like that a lot more. It's like hanging out with me, we're walking and talking, you know what I'm saying? So but I'm definitely gonna do that, man, and I'm definitely listening to what your feedback is, because you guys watch me, and the more you guys say you like this more, I more adapt to that, because you know it makes me successful, and without you guys I wouldn't be here, period. Let me see. Joe says, I live right next to I-95 Daytona, Florida. It's my personal Autobahn. Oh yeah. Congrats to my boy Wendell on the new addition to his family. Okay, cool. Sup, Boost? What's going on, Bradford White? If you guys don't know Bradford White, he owns a Nissan Altima, another Nissan Infiniti enthusiast. So if you guys like those cars, definitely jump into it. I'm a Maxima person heart, which is pretty much damn near Altima. So definitely go check out his channel. Jake, buying a 2017 Q50 Red Sport soon, is that a good choice? Yes, Jake, you can get a 2017, but to be honest, the 2017 and 2016 didn't have any real changes. Like, usually they say don't get the first year that comes out, but the first year really didn't have any other problems that the second year didn't have. Like, so if you want to, you can get a 2016. Okay, that's my recommendation. Bear with me, guys. Hold on, let's hang out. Wait, don't leave yet. We're hanging out here. Don't leave it. Don't sign off. We talking. I need an Infiniti upgrade. Yo, what's going on, hippie? Difference between the 2016 versus 2019 reliability wise. Enthusiast B, there's no difference. None. Just want you to know right now, there's no difference in the 2016 to 2016 2018 reliability. Between 2019 and 2020 though, they did come out with a new part number for the turbos. So there is a new part number for the turbos on the 2019 and 2020. So we're assuming, from me talking to tech, that they did change up some of the stuff, possibly the materials they use for the seals, so that they probably won't have these issues, because in the earlier models, yeah, the turbos ended up going on some people's cars before the warranty was up. So of course, Infiniti had to look to that and see what's wrong, and maybe the engineers found out the seals weren't as good. So that's my statement. Bear with me, guys. Don't leave. We're hanging out, man. We're hanging out. Thank you. You guys actually got the likes higher than the views. I appreciate that so much. We're hanging out. We're hanging out on a Saturday. Let me see. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to answer some more questions. Alfredo, full bolt-on tune 3.0 beat a full bolt-on 5.0. Which 5.0 are you talking about, Alfredo? I'm sorry, man. I know you're probably going to respond at the bottom, but for the people that's watching, full bolt-on, remember, full bolt-on means anything on the market, right? Anything on the market for this car. And it could be even mean turbos. Versus a full bolt-on 5.0, anything on the market, which could even include a supercharger. So that Mustang is going to win. Sorry. That's it. It's a Mustang. But if you're talking about without changing out turbos or adding a power adder, so let's say fully 85 headers, free flowing exhaust on a 5.0 versus a 10-speed automatic 2 versus a 4.0 E85 stock turbo 3.0T, it should be a good race. They both make around 500 wheel horsepower. They're right around the same weight if they're rear-wheel drive. Honestly, I think the 10-speed will take the win, because just better gear ratios. Ultimate transmission suck because of the CVT. How much is your Q50 pushing? At Go, my car should be right around 450 wheel horsepower on 93 fuel, low downpipes, CATBACK exhaust, and intakes, and upgraded heat exchanger. I switched up from Nissan. Really? Damn. Javar, 5 beans, appreciate that. Jake, depends on what you want to do. Okay, that's what the transmission. Okay, he was answering that. Thanks for answering me. The sticker, okay, 360. Thought I would be enough. Not getting the itch to mod. Love the car, but regret getting the hybrid route. Yeah, the hybrid cars are so, you can't modify the hybrid cars. That's what suck. If you can actually get into the ECU and tune a hybrid, then it'll be actually a much more fun car, because you'll have the hybrid motor. Cook, appreciate that, man. I feel like the Red Sport will retain value. Yes, Nest Tech, because you got the top tier level of any car, usually it would have a bit more value than if you got a luxe or a premium. Yes, it's usually going to add a few $1,000s more if you get that the top tier level model. Bear with me, guys. We're still hanging out. We're still talking. I ain't forgetting you guys' questions. Bear with me. Bear with me. Best spring rate for coilovers at Noobs, I honestly wouldn't know. Reason being is I've had spring rates from 10K in the front to about 24K in the front. I've had 6 in the rear to 20 in the rear. So to be honest, I won't be able to tell you what's the best. And also depends on what you're using it for. Are you going to the racetrack with your car? Or are you going to the drag strip with your car? Are you daily driving your car? You know, the spring rates would definitely change. But what I have noticed through my own experience is you have to keep the spring rates really low in the rear end, because our cars don't have a lot of weight back there. So I've noticed that the happy spot for the rear end on my car is right around 6 to 8Ks. Even if, depending on how to adjust the dampering, 6 to 8K in the rear. I've had 12, 16, and 20 in the rear. I thought I was gonna die. I hit a little bump, the car just goes bloop, and like the front wants to come to the back. The back wants to come to the front. So that's my recommendation. It's a good question. Let me see, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to blow through these questions. Damn. Woo, I'm hanging out with you guys on a Saturday. Someone said 10K rear, 12 in the front. Okay, cool. That's a good. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What does your car trap? At Sirius, my car traps. If you guys check some of my old videos, but I know short answer. But in some of my older videos, if you go take a look, it's definitely there. My car trapped 120 at around 11.8. 120, 11.8, and I was spinning out the hole. I trapped, my 60 foot was a 2.1 because I was on street tires, a little cold. But my best 60 foot I've had it with this car on street tires was a 1.696. But it was on an older tune, and I trapped about 1.16 that time. So yeah, bear with me, guys. Yo, Anthony Garcia, what's up? boostinmotion. Q50 q60 platform is crippled by the transmission. Hippie, I can't say that. I can't say that. This transmission is doing really good. We just really wish we would have had a better transmission tuning. I think it's actually more crippled for the turbo guys. I think it's more crippled because of the turbos. If we would have just got more efficient turbos from factory, literally, remember, RT turbos and pure turbos, the only thing they change was the turbines. That's it. Only the turbines. They didn't change out the turbo housing or anything like that. They just changed the turbines for them to be more efficient. So how much more money would have really cost Infiniti to do? Probably nickels. Probably didn't cost that much. That's the only thing that's holding it back and for the car to really outperform. That's really, honestly, my honest opinion. All right, guys, let me get more with the questions. Wow, it's a lot of you guys who commented. Oh my God, am I gonna make it? Boost, are you going for the new Z? No, I'm not. I know you've been talking about getting a new whip to bring to the content. The new Z is probably, first thing, we never know what's gonna happen in the next 6 months. Like I said early in this video, you make the best choices with patience. So I don't know how the Z looks. Two, even though it comes with a manual, I really wouldn't even want to get that in a manual. I would rather get that in a 9-speed automatic because I know the 9-speed is going to be quicker than a manual. We know this. Usually autos are faster than the manuals. That's it. But honestly, also, I like luxurious cars. I doubt they're going to make the Z luxurious. So that's why. But you never know. You never know. You never know what may happen. Okay, bear with me, guys. I want to run through these questions. I am right here. Okay, cool. Thanks for answering now. I will definitely look into that. Okay, cool. BC coilovers or RSR super downs? I would always recommend coilovers over springs. I'm sorry. I know you guys want to save a bit of money, but I've learned from the past on going with lowering springs and not just going with coilovers. It's just spend the money. The money that you're going to spend to put springs in, to buy the springs, to have a crappy ride quality, to have to change out the struts later down the line, when you could just spend $800 to $1,000 for coilovers where you can adjust the height, you can adjust the softness, the dampering, pretty much how soft the ride is. It's just way more versatile. So that's my recommendation. And I can't decide. I'm not really needing performance. 300 versus, it's not 300 versus 1,000. It's 300 versus another $200 to $300 to install, unless you're doing it yourself. And then later down the line, you're gonna hit these certain potholes, and it's gonna feel crappy. And you're gonna want to change out the coilovers. You're gonna be like, this sucks. You're not gonna like your car, or your car is gonna be stuck at that height forever. With coilovers, you can actually put it in and say, you know what? I don't like how low it is. Let me move it up an inch. And you can do it yourself. Just in a jack stand, take the wheel off, to use the 2 wrenches and just pull the car up another inch. Super easy to do. Okay, bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm gonna start really blowing through these questions because almost down. I only got to be on here for like 12 more minutes, so I might just blow through these questions and tell you guys to hit me up on IG. Boost, what's up? What's going on, Curry? Can you put RT turbos on a G37? Anthony Garcia, no, you cannot. Anthony, okay, Anthony already asked PC question. What's going on, Curry? Okay, cool. I have a 2012 M37. I can't find anything for it. The 2012 M37 pretty much is just a G37. You can put test pipes on it. There are a few CATBACK systems on Google for it if you want to look into on Google. And there may be like 1 or 2 intakes, but you can get the car tuned too. But there's really not much for that car. It's really more of a luxury cruiser. Adjustability goes a long way in your stance. Daphne's is right. Okay, cool. I have a full catted downpipes, but I'm wanting to get the titanium catless. No, Peck, don't do that. Don't waste your time, man. You spent the money one time, don't spend it again. No, just live with the catted downpipes. I recommend them. I got a German. German cars are good, depending on which one you got. When should you get your oil change? Obviously not 10K. To be honest, it's up to you, Vo. I usually change my oil between every 2,000 to 3,000 miles because in the summertime, because I beat on my car a little bit. Wintertime, you go 3,000 to 4,000. Join the dark side and M340 now. I'm not gonna get an M340, bro. Q50 Gap and Mopars. I don't know about Gap and Mopars, but I love Mopars, and I think that we just have a good rivalry. No one really likes to lose to a mom's car, but Chargers and Challengers are pretty much mom's car too. 400Z thoughts now that it's confirmed. At HC, I'm happy it's going to come in a manual. For all the manual lovers, it's going to get more eyes on the community. But here's the biggest thing. Because it's probably going to have the VR30, bunch of freaking companies going to make parts for it. And if they make parts for the 400Z, guess what they're going to make parts for? The Q50. They're going to make parts for the Q60. That means other companies might say, we need to make turbo kits. Guess what? We're going to get them too. That's why I don't want to leave the platform, guys. JB4 Sport, Red Sport. Okay, I'm very confused. Fuck versus I don't. I'm very confused, Jermaine Williams. What are you thinking about the 2014? What you think about the 2014? Maybe I would recommend getting the 2015. Something. The 2014 been having specific issues with like the infotainment and some other electronics on it. The car's still reliable, but I would recommend the 2015. There were some things were fixed in the 2015 that over the 2014. And 60 to 90,000 miles is nothing. These cars go up to 300,000 miles. You just gotta change your water pumps and oil pumps and stuff, but that's for any car. Thanks for answering the question. Appreciate that, Caesar. Cheers. Okay, why is a used supercharger for the better? Um, if you want, I think you had asked me that question, Dakota. But if you are, you can get a used supercharger for the G35 because over the turbo. I think you had asked me that question before. Reason being is you can just rebuild it and it's easy to install, and you can still make good power, and then you can still have good drivability. When you deal with turbos, you got to do a lot of custom work. You'll deal with a lot of oil leaks. You can blow the turbo super easy if you have a boost leak somewhere. And tuning wise, it's a bit more of a headache with tuning a turbo, excuse me, building. It's a bit harder to tune with the turbo car for the G35. It's just a bit more headaches. The supercharger, you just bolt it up with a bracket, add a belt, a longer belt, and that's it. And if you want to go with more power, you add a smaller pulley or a bigger blower. What handling mods should I get for my Q50? At Tenzin, I would recommend handling mods. Tires, number one. Tires. Two, coilovers. Look into a good set of racing coilovers. Three, adjustable sway bars. Look into sway bars for your platform. Sway bars for the Q50, I would recommend. It's only like two companies. You have STILLEN and you have Hotchkiss. So get Hotchkiss because it's a thicker bar, more adjustability. All right, and that's why I would actually recommend it at. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm going on the questions. I have sway bars and self-rain collars. Yep, self-rain collars too. So tires, pullovers. Thank you, bro. Okay, I still have a R30 GTR. I'm probably also gonna get the Z. Yeah, everyone's gonna jump to the Z. Yo, Boost, I think that the 400Z comes out on your channel will become extremely popular. You are the go-to person when it comes to turning VR30, and your enthusiasm platform is definitely pay off. At G, I really appreciate that, man. I think it will be good, but here's the thing. Let's be honest. I don't have a big channel and I have a big amount of views. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have somebody like Fresh Kicks. Fresh Kicks will just come out of nowhere and get a Z. Boom, he'll explode because he already has 150 something thousand people who already watch him. You know what I'm saying? You have Vehicle Virgins. You have all these other bigger YouTube channels that would literally just buy the car and make the money back the same day they make a video about it because they have so much views. And they're just gonna be leading everything. You know, I'll come out with it and know so much information, but no one knows I have the information because I just don't have enough eyes. So as much as I would think it'll be a good business move in a sense for the channel, it'll still be hard because you have bigger channels with bigger followings. I agree with this guy. But what's going on, James Williams? What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, Boost, my 320, I'm doing it 12 a.m. now. Okay, you're getting better, OG. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keep it up, brother. That car getting quicker. But you still need to, I know you like your 320, but you might need to get a 340 though. But okay, but I appreciate that. 2045 best suspension upgrade, not too expensive. M45 is a V8 version, so honestly, once again, coilovers. That is the best suspension upgrade because you can adjust the height, you can adjust the softness and the harshness of the suspension ride, and it helps your body have less body roll. It's like one of the best modifications for that platform. Next with that, you'll add some sway bars. I don't know what sway bars are made for that platform though. I'm sorry, I do not know. 11.8, 120 sheets. That was almost 10 miles per hour. Okay, cool. My friend Golf R does 11.8 when he has 450 horsepower. He told me, okay, but Golf R is a lot smaller though. They're a little lighter, but that's still fast for that little car. Sorry if I answered this already, but are you still looking for G37? Yes, Scott, I still am. I'm moving away from the coupe life, the drop top life, because I really wanted a drop top 6-speed manual, but they're hard to find. They're too expensive. Whew, HPA tuners is going to crack the transmission. Yes, HPA tuners definitely seems like they're probably going to do that soon, but I don't know if they do that over EcuTech. That's ridiculous. Yes, he is. Do you have rear subframe inserts? No, JRE. No, I haven't. Those are really relatively new to the market within the last year, and I just never decided to purchase it. I have a Z1 engine. engine mounts too, but I haven't installed them yet because I'm like, I'm not keeping the car, you know? I don't want to install it and take it out. Yes, he is. Okay, cool. What? Why have you no get the high pressure about to? Okay, okay. So Wilson says, why have no you get the high pressure to do? Okay, Wilson, I already, if you've been hanging out with me for a while, I already have a high pressure fuel pump and a low pressure fuel pump since about 9 months ago. But I chose not to go E85 because I didn't want to deal with the injector issue that comes with running full E85 or changing out the high pressure fuel pump on this platform, and AMS has not come out with a fix for it, even though they came out with injectors. That's why I haven't done it. Hey, Boost, any thoughts about the Black S? I don't think we're going to get a Black S, but we're probably going to, this is my opinion, right on video, I think we're going to have the Black S, right, in the new GTR. So I think all that technology that was put into the Black S is going to go into the new Nissan GTR. Watch me. Hey, Boost. Okay, cool. When will they update the Q50? They'll probably update the new Q50 in 2023. This is my honest opinion. They'll probably update it in 2022, 23. But to be honest with you, to be just straight up honest with you, most people in America do not buy sedans, cars anymore. They buy trucks and pickup trucks and SUVs and CUVs. So I won't be surprised if Infiniti chooses to get rid of the Q50. Yeah. Q50 Red Sport or 340i at YT, it's really up to you, man. I think they're both great platforms. The newer 2020 340s are dope, but even the 2017, 2018s are pretty good if you get them loaded up really nice. They're relatively both reliable platforms. So it's really up to you. Pick your poison. Is the Burble Tune just as bad as the Flame Map, or do you need the full down pipes for Burble Tune? Burble Tune is pretty much not, it's not as bad as Flame Map because you're not dumping as much fuel, and to be honest, it's not as bad. It really isn't as bad. Like, it really isn't. Because the Flame Map, you're just dumping fuel. And do you need full down pipes for burble? You can do burble with just lower down pipes, but over time of just having burbles and flames, you will eat out the cats. You will eat out the cats. I think that the 400Z is going to change the game. Yes, it will, because there's not much competition out there for it. So people are just going to jump and get it because it's rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual, and it's a twin turbo 6. How much 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive 6 is out there? Not many. Okay, okay, let me just blow through these. I'm almost through these questions. I'm doing pretty good. Why didn't you just buy a C43 way better than the Q50? Well, the C43 is actually really nice. I think it's definitely a nice car. I think Mercedes did a terrible job at making the car, I would say, more aggressive looking. It's still too soft looking. The specific, like, no disrespect to anybody who has a C43, C63, but the version before the current version of C43, C63, it looks way more meaner. I believe they made the looks of this C33 a lot less angry looking. Look at the M4. That car looks fucking mean, right? But the C43, the C63 doesn't look as mean. Also on top of that, the lease rate on Mercedes is a lot more expensive for a C43. It's like $550, $600 a month. I didn't want to pay that much, and yeah, that's really it. And plus, Nissan Infiniti, that's it. I want it automatic because it's faster. Lafayette Park and Pimpin'. What you think about the Project Black S? I don't think the Project Black S is ever going to come out. That technology is going to go in the GTR. They'll update the Q50 towards 2021. We'll see. Get a C63S as a new car. That car, once I say it again, it is definitely a nice car, but it's super expensive to lease. It's like $1,100 a month to lease that car, and on that car you got to pay to play. So I'm not gonna do much. You guys are probably gonna see me put nothing on it. Literally, it's gonna be 63S with some kind of JB4 or boost control on it, and that is it. Maybe some lowering springs because they have a better suspension than us, some wheels and some carbon fiber bits, and that's it. And then my channel will die because not everyone has a C63S. Not everyone races C63Ss, and some people just can't relate, you know. Rear subcomfort. Okay, yeah, JRE, rear subframe solid inserts. I don't know too much about that. If you're just talking about the regular solid inserts that they already use already, yeah, I don't have that on my car. JB4 versus a Red Sport 400. Jermaine, yes, I've beat plenty of stock Red Sports with a JB4 and the regular 300 horsepower version because you will beat them. it's not much. It's not that hard. Like map 2, you beat a stock Red Sport already. But both cars with the proper JB4, they'll be neck and neck with each other. It's the same turbos, guys. It's not like it's a different turbo on the Red Sport. Yeah, I'm out the Project Class Q60. Okay. Yeah, I think I already answered that. Yeah, the black ass Q60. That's just gonna be in a GTR. That's it. I think all that technology is gonna be GTR. You should get an AMG. I know you guys want me to get an AMG, but I'm not. It's just not enough. This channel is built on infinities, but like AMGs, they're not as known in the world. Like I would rather get an M over an AMG. I like AMG more because it got V8s and twin turbos. But when it comes to actually performance and just everything, you go to BMW. Let's be honest, man. Cold air intake on a 3.7 or stock air boxes. To be honest, at Cobley, the only ones you can really get is Takeda, which is very similar to the stock OEMs, and that's really about it. There's really no other company that makes any different version. Do you think that the price of the used Q50, Q60 will change after the 400Z announcement? At PY ons, it's both ways. The prices are going to go down regardless. Just want you to know that they're going to go down regardless. You can get a 2016 Q50 now for about, I've seen $18,000, $20,000 now. That's a 2016. Period. The 2017 Q60s, I've seen about $22,000 to $25,000 for a 3.0 T. So yeah, it's definitely possible. Period. They're just gonna get cheaper. Tuning for the boosted car is the same. Searching for a surge, adjust the boost levels. Oh, James, that's what I was saying earlier. I was just saying that when it comes to tuning, let's say, a supercharged G35 versus a turbo G35. Yes, if the tuner knows what they're doing, they know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, there's more stuff that can go wrong with the turbo kit, especially it's a supercharger is such an easier system to install and make power. That's why I say what I say. AMG, yep, okay. Do you run Nissan ester oil? No, I do not. JRE, do not. I seen the latest video on the DMU, bro. All right, okay, cool, no problem. I have a G35 coupe. What is the best coilover and sway bar for me? At Bablo, to be honest, I do not have a recommendation for that. I didn't own a G35 coupe or a G35 X or S. That's the V35. I never owned that platform, so I really wouldn't know. Sway bars, there's a lot of sway bars on the market too. I really know. I know they probably still make STILLEN, Hotchkiss, but Hotchkiss is one of the best ones. But I know there's so much other brands out there. So I would just recommend do your research on Google. There's plenty of forums from like the last 10 to 15 years for this platform, for that platform, for like the last 10 to 15 years. There's somebody out there who made a thread about this, and they have all the information for you. Thanks, bro. G37 IPL barely even exists. Yes, I would love to get a G37 IPL, but at $20,000 to $25,000, I think that is way too expensive for that car. I would rather just get a 2017 Q60 3.0 T, which is the same freaking price. That's it. HP tuners have a R&D money. They aren't. They are cracking everyone's computers. Okay, I'm waiting for them to crack the C8 computers. That'd be good. The C8 is going to be insane. Boo trucks. What's up, Boost? Always appreciate the content. Quick question. I have a 2019 Q50 with downpipes, AXLEBACK, and a tune. What would you dyno numbers look like? You need a heat exchanger there. That's number one. But once you have the heat exchanger with that, well, get rid of the AXLEBACK. You need a full CATBACK exhaust. But you should be somewhere around on 93 fuel. Probably 420 to 4, if you don't got a CATBACK, probably 420, 430 wheel horsepower, 93 fuel, and a heat exchanger. 91 fuel, you're like barely cracking 400, 410, because 91 fuel sucks. I still watch your video or your channel. See, thank you, man. I appreciate the Saint, man. I appreciate that. See what I'm saying? Saint is saying something that I respect. And I'm not saying I don't disrespect anybody. At the end of the day, if you're into infinities, you'll watch me. But if you're not, if I got a BMW, you're not into it, I get it. It makes sense. The thing is with me, I watch other people's channels, and I don't have an M3. I don't have a Hellcat. I actually watch it because I like the car, number one, or two, I like the YouTuber. So I like the way they deliver information and talk about certain things. So that's why I can't relate to like tall guys, because he, like, I would like to like Hellcats, but he doesn't do anything with Hellcats that I really care for. And then him and his own personality, I really don't care for, but some people just love his personality. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to return your car after leases Hummer is done? Yes, at Ali, at this current moment, yes, this car will be returned fully stock back to the dealership. How could you not mention me when you mentioned Q60 Black S? Sorry, Peck, man. Listen, man. I do so much, but yo, it is what it is. If you got the Q60 Black S, it's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. The problem with the 2016, 2018 340 me is the lack of rear diff. From what I know, if it is the same thing as the regular 435i with the N55, their rear diffs and or axles may break, but that's with a high amount of torque. Boost, I'll tell you. Okay, Boost, I tell everything at the draft and watch you. Okay, videos, I love your videos. You're professional and amazing. I appreciate that, OG. I appreciate that so much. Wow, I'm back on all these questions. You should look into what I am in tuning, probably the best infinity tuner in the business. Yes, I'm in tuning. Monsef, known him for quite a while. I've been watching him for quite a while. He's definitely grown within the community. There are other tuners out there that do really good for the 3.7 life, though. There are other really good tuners. You're going to live during the Lakers versus Rockets game. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry, man. Don't beat me up. Boost, C63S, two of my friends have them. They're fast cars, man. I'm praying for the 400Z. Looks good. Me too, Curry. With the new Z slightly different from the, I don't know. At Seraphin, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. They would probably add better cooling. I bet you they add better cooling, probably a larger heat exchanger for it. They probably come standard with two heat exchanger pumps and maybe a different, slightly better tune. Love your channel. Thank you, Beb. Morano, what's going on, man? What sway bar for the Q50 and coilovers? To be honest, sway bar for the Q50, Hotchkiss, because there's only two. I would only get Hotchkiss, and coilovers, I still recommend BC Racing because I had different coilovers for this car in the past. But BC Racing is relatively good right out the box. Hollis, thank you. Last thing, would you get a tune for the from Real Dynamics in Long Island? And if I do, it would avoid my warranty. This is a good question. Real Dynamics, they've been around for quite a while in New York City, but they don't make no noise. And what I mean make no noise is no one from the platform really goes and gets tuned by them. The only thing that helps them is because they have a in New York City. Much love and respect to the business. I don't mean that, no disrespect to them, but they don't make any noise. They're not part of any of the larger groups that have RT tuning, that have admin tuning, that have AMS. They're not out there making noise. They're just someone who knows how to tune VR30s. So if you want to get on a dyno, that's one way. If not, you can go to RT tuning out in Long Island if you really want to get a not Long Island, PA if you really want to get on a dyno. Okay, truthfully, I'm a car enthusiast. Whichever come decide to go with in future, I'm still watching. I appreciate that, Cobley. One more thing. Do you think it's safe to buy a Red Sport from a used car dealership? Yes, Jake. Just look and do your due diligence. Take that VIN number and look it up. Go find get the VIN number first. Put it into Google search and go to images. That's going to let you know if the car was ever hit or crashed, because you'd be surprised what you can look up while just putting a VIN number in Google. See you around. Thank you, Peck. You should get a 2014 E63S. Extremely fast cars. Yes, they are. I would actually get the 2015, 2016 because it's actually all-wheel drive, I believe, and it's twin turbo. But no, it's not enough following. I enjoy going. I have to like the car too. You know, I like the E63, but I have to really like the car. And the biggest thing with me is it not leaving me stranded. This Infinitis have yet to really, and Nissans have ever really left me stranded, unless it was something that I did. What tune is good for 3.7? At Audris, you can get first thing, get your bolt-ons. You got to get your intakes. You got to get your test pipes. You got to get your CATBACK. And you can get tuned by anybody. You can get tuned by Admin Tuning. You can get tuned by Zero Motorsports. There's plenty of different tuners on the market. Join the Q50q60 forum group on Facebook. Definitely do so. Let's hope the dealers don't make 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, I can't freaking reply. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm about to go, guys, soon, so I'm trying to rush these questions. Let's hope the dealers don't mark up the Z. Yes, they will. Are you willing to transfer the lease before it ends? I love that car. Allie, I mean, listen, Allie, if you really want this car, like if anybody really honestly wants to buy my car, I can sell it to you guys pretty much as is. Like, I have no problem. But you guys have to be able to buy it out. Remember, though, I do have a leaking turbo, and I can get it warranted, so you will get fresh new turbos. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if you guys really want to buy my car, Even with the turbos that I have on the separate side, y'all could really give me an offer. It would have to be, of course, an offer that can buy everything out. But if you guys really want it, I have no problem with that. I just don't wouldn't want to give you guys the car with the leaking turbo. I would rather get that warranty. But everything else after that, the car is ready to go. Um, are you willing to transfer? Okay, cool. Inject this E85 worth it on 3.7. At Cobley, if you're around E85 and you know you want to get the most power out of your car all the time and you love the smell of corn in the morning when you start your car, yes, it's relatively cheap. Just buy some GTR injectors, get a flex fuel kit, and get a tune on E85 with your regular bolt-ons. You're good. You'll gain about 10 to 15. John at Z1 is really good tuning. Yes, he is. Bro, what about the E46 M3 or not? I would actually rather get the V8 version of the M3 and M3, but I'm super scared of the rod bearing issue. I am super scared of that. Super scared of the rod bearing issue. Even though, and plus a lot of these cars, they're like 110, 120, 150,000 miles, which is okay, but most likely they never did the rod bearings. And if I got that, I would probably get a coupe, and they're about the same price of a 2014 6-speed manual G37. Yeah, those M3s, they're right around $15,000 to $20,000, which is not bad. I actually would like that car. That would actually be a good car for the channel. But I would only keep it for a short period, maybe 6 months to a year, have my fun with it, and then try to sell it back. To be honest, I would probably, that's actually a good idea. I never really thought about it. Maybe I'll look into that. People gonna just comment below like, Boost, no, don't get it. But outside of that, guys, Argis, glad I helped you out. Workmeister's S3P. No, I would actually like the worst Mr. or worst Workmeister's a little bit more. The three S1 3Ps, I like those more. I think the TE37s are a staple, just like RPF ones, but they just don't look good on everything. I know Fresh Kicks makes it look good on every car. I just don't think it looks good on every car. Just like RPF ones, they don't really look good on every car. They're just a good looking wheel for what it is, but they don't look good on every car. Haha, bro, keep it up. Come on, hit me up on IG price. Yo, Ali, Ali, just send me a message at boostinmotion IG. I'll give you a ballpark, but remember my car's a lease, so you would have to buy out whatever the price is because you would need the title, and I would want to warranty the car first for you at least. So of course you have to give some kind of deposit, or a fundable deposit, but some kind of deposit. And then if you would want to buy it with the RT turbos, I could get this stuff done. If someone's really serious, like I want to buy a Boost car, like his car straight as is, fixed turbo and his RT turbos and all his E85 pumps and all that, I can get that stuff done for you. But understand that you're gonna have to buy out the car, and or whatever you set up with your Union Bank or cash. And then if you want to get the extra stuff, of course, you're going to buy that for me too. But you probably save some money on that because I'm not going to sell that stuff for full price. But I'll give you a rough estimate. Just hit me up in my IG, bro. And Alexis, ISF, good cars that can be tuned and still reliable. ISF holds value like crazy. But I don't like that bulging hood on the ISF. I think it's so ugly. I'm sorry. The bulging hood is ugly. The bulging hood on the M cars looks so much better than the bulging hood on the ISF. Also, I believe that the ISF are still pretty dated. And that's pretty much it. I think it's just still pretty dated. And yes, they get their own respect, but they still don't get as much respect as an M3. You guys know it. What about the R33 G30 GTR as a new car? At Gears and Gaming, I have a nephew that lives in Canada. I was meaning to hit him up to see if that could be possible, because I would just get it from there. But now their prices for those R33s are $40,000 to $50,000. That's too expensive. Okay, what price range would be around it? Cobley, I don't know what you mean. And in your opinion, what is the best looking lightweight wheels for the Q50? To be honest, my honest opinion, I actually like, what are they called? Bear with me, guys. I like stuff with multi spokes. It is a RPF one. No, not RPF. It's an Enki wheel. It's called, shoot, is it RS05RRs? It's either RS05RRs, and they're from Enki. I love those wheels. You could get them in a super black chrome. You could get them in a regular alloy color. And you have a few different wet sport wheels. I forgot all the brand names. And you have Volks. There's a specific Volks I like too. I just don't know the names, but I just those are the brands I don't know off the top of my head. It's a little late, guys, you know. But I'm about to go. I've been hanging out with you guys a little too long, but let me just shoot these last questions while I really go. Do you like AMG or M more? I said that a little earlier. I like AMG because of the V8s, and they still keeping true with the V8s, but now they're gonna have a 4-cylinder in the new AMGs, and it is gonna be they're gonna call it 63 with 4-cylinder, and that 53 stuff is stupid. I don't know what they're doing. And the M's, I like the M's because I think the M's you thought them coming from a V8 to a inline 6 turbo you would hate it, but nah, you loved it more. And they're still keeping true with just having the ultimate drive machine. Oh, you think the E92 is V8, but the E46 is M3 inline 6. I really wouldn't get the inline 6. I would only get a drop top E46 M3, really, because I think that car just looks so much better dropped. But yeah, hardtop looks good too, but I think lineage-wise, I would have to find a really clean one. And for the Q, how much would it be around? I'm still confused about that. Anything concave looks good on Infinitis. Yeah, to be honest, think about Valsons. Valsons look good. They have one-piece wheels that cave in and everything like that. Thank you, Hollis. And the W204 or the E92. I'm not gonna lie. That C63 is actually better. The C63 is more ballsy, has more torque pretty much than the E92 M3. So I would actually recommend that car over that M3. But it's still an M3. Come on, man. Come on, it's an M3. Mercedes end up still being, even though Mercedes are almost as timeless, you can still hop in a E46 and go to a Cars and Coffee. You know what I'm saying? But when you hop in like, oh my God, I want to drop an old Mercedes. If you try to hop in a C43 right now, C43, I'm talking about the old one. It was a C40 or C43, or even a C36 right now, and go to a Cars and Coffee. No one's gonna be like, oh my God, that's a C36. No, you don't really get that much love because the OMGs don't have that much love. You talked about selling the Q, bro. How much would you be paid for? But outright. Well, right now at Cobley, because I'm always honest with you guys, my buyout for my car at the end of the lease is about $23,000. $23,000 is the buyout for my car in about 5 months. Just know I have to replace one of the turbos. The turbos will get replaced if someone. But let me answer this question. I gotta go soon, but I'm gonna answer this one last question. Right, one last question. All right, if everyone's just gonna blow it out. That's 23,000. I still have a few payments left. That's about $3,000. And yeah, so you can kind of just think about it right there. The car, if you want to buy it tomorrow, will probably be around 27. But I still have some parts on it, so I'm gonna add some more money to it that you guys are gonna have to pay for, you know, the wheels and the tires and all the stuff I've done to the car. So, but just know that in my mind, I'll probably have it somewhere around like 30,000, maybe like just on video 28 to 30,000 as is with the fixed turbo. Of course, if you want the RT turbos and all the other stuff, that'll be additional price. So, yeah, just if you guys want to know. E39 M5 is pretty dope. Good night. Thank you. Appreciate that, Bab. M3s are slow. C3 was smoky. Of course, it has more torque. That's the only reason to help them. Appreciate that, Cody. Shout out, man. Gaby's Pizza in Queens. Yo, let me know, Cody. Hit me up in my DM at Boost in Motion, man. I'll definitely come by your pizza spot. I will definitely come by a pizza spot and have like a pizza party. I'm not playing. I'm so serious about that. I'm always supportive to small businesses, and especially when it comes to food, mechanics, and stuff like that. Like, I like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm eating there, hanging out there, all that stuff, I support small business. Thoughts to rebuilt titles. There's nothing wrong with rebuilt titles. You just want to make sure that it wasn't flooded. Just make sure it wasn't flooded, because sometimes flooding, I'd rather a car be hit than be flooded, because when it's flooded, it's a whole different type of issue. Sorry, this is my last question. What tire size would you recommend? I won't be able to answer that, Jake. When it comes to tire sizes, you just try to stick with what's on the car. So if you have 19s, 245/40. If you have 20s, 245/35. It all depends. But Jake, if you have some more questions, just hit me up on my Instagram at boostinmotion. On my Facebook at boostinmotion, or my email at boostinmotion@gmail.com. Should I cop an SRT Jeep or a Tahoe? I'm not really a fan of Tahoes. I would rather an SRT Jeep. I'm sorry. just do that. Frankie Too Fast races a track hawk for 5K. Track hawks are fast. Have a good night, man. So guys, I appreciate you guys so much. I just want to say this right now on video. I'm super appreciative to all you guys who hang out with me, watch my videos, hit the like button, watch it from the start to finish. I'm super appreciative to the people who choose to purchase my merch. I'm super appreciative to the guys who add me at boostinmotion on IG, Facebook, and hit me up on my email. And I'm just super appreciative of just hanging out with you guys and making content. About to go hang out and do some more stuff and have some more fun. I want you guys to have a safe weekend. For whatever you guys are going through in your lives, I really hope that it will pass and it'll get better. We're all still going through a different part of our lives that we never thought we would ever experience. It is weird as fuck right now. I'm cursing, but it's weird as fuck what we're going through. But no matter whatever your color is, red, black, white, yellow, if you're gay, you're straight, if you're a Hasidic Jew, or if you're a freaking Christian, no matter what, I still love you. I still appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. You have a good day. All right?